Inspired by true events, The Trade is a fast-paced crime drama on kidnap for ransom in Nigeria. The Trade centers around Eric, a peerless but mysterious kidnapper whose targets are mostly billionaires and highly respected people. Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel Movie Chat with Tiana. Please sit back and grab your popcorn as I dive into the main story of this masterpiece. This phenomenal masterpiece started with Eric, the main character, driving on the road but was ambushed by a group of kidnappers. He commanded them to call their boss, Ekene, who is in the prison, for his immediate release. The boys called their boss, and as suspected, Ekene instructed them to take him back to where they picked him from. Eric's lawyer went to the police station to retrieve his G-Wagon vehicle the police took from the scene of the kidnap. At the station, DCP Abubakar is welcomed by a junior but overzealous police officer named Charles, who would assist him on Eric's kidnapping case. Eric is seen dressed like a common taxi driver in disguise to his true identity so he could visit a kidnapped victim of his whom he was ready to release to his family. He instructed his boys to get him ready for home. Eric drove the boy to a certain junction called Ebe and gave the boy 15,000 naira as transport fare back to his family. Again, the uncle to the released kidnapped boy, out of fear and worry, paid DCP Abubakar a private visit as regards to the arrest of this notorious kidnapper, in which Buka assured him that the police have their ways. Eric is in his office with his close friend and alibi, Alex, in his office, and he handed him $30,000. Ibuka, his accountant, joined them in the office, and after discussing business, he told Eric about an overtly wealthy woman whom appears to be the CEO of God's Protection Transit. He further told Eric that she and her husband are worth billions of money, and as such, it's a good material for the next kidnap job. Buying this piece of precious and vital information, Eric and his boys began to monitor the moves of their next victim. Eric followed her to work, jogging, visited to her boyfriend's house. DCP Abubakar went to see Wale, a tech pro that helps him to track SIM cards and calls. Wale revealed to him that all Eric's victims are those who lived in the affluent parts of Lagos, known to be filthy rich. Eric goes clubbing with his mistress. At some point, he heads to get a drink for her. Returning, he sees a man dragging her to dance with him. He came and confronted him to leave her alone. Out of reluctance, he let her go. After clubbing, Eric attacked the man and beat him up mercilessly. Charles and his team went to Lagos to visit Mr. Ikeji at his house so to get more information from the previous kidnapped, but all proved abortive. Later on, the uncle to the boy advised DPC Abubakar to come back by midnight to interrogate the boy in private. There, the boy said he can't remember a thing as he was blindfolded the whole time. I only saw when he wanted to use the toilets. Buka said he needs to record their conversation, which he did. Back at the base, Eric brings a bag to his boys, telling them the parents of the boy paid $100,000 for the release of the boy against the $1 million he collected. Someday his driver begged him to give him some money for the treatment of his sick wife. He borrowed him $2,000 to be deducted from their next operation. Eric informed his boys that their next operation would be Tuesday by 6 p.m. On the day of the kidnap operation, one of Eric's boys, disguised as a dispatch rider while he came along with others in his Sienna car, they double-crossed their victim's vehicle using the bike. A police officer on the street who tried to intervene was shot dead, and Eric came down shooting randomly, taking the woman away. Taking the woman to their base, Eric and his boys almost got caught by some policemen on duty, but was later allowed to go. Eric took a photo of the woman and sent them to her husband while on the phone with him. He demanded for $1 million American before she would be set free alive. The husband of their victim, after paying half of the money to Eric, he went ahead to spoil his side chick and wife with a car and a house. One day, while their victim was having a shower, she overheard one of the kidnappers lamenting over the phone about insufficient funds to foot his travel abroad plans. She offered to pay him 5 million naira on the condition that he releases her and no one will know about it. Eric, on the other hand, holds his family so dear that he never allows them to socialize nor take a photo of him, be it at home or at the church. He sits apart from them in order not to raise any suspicion. In another twist of fate, one of the boys named Meshach tried to rape the woman they kidnapped, but was distracted by a call. Eric disassociated himself from his entire family, but calls his sister Blessing from time to time, sending her money to take care of their family regardless. However, the kidnapper agreed to release the woman and gave the keys to her so she could escape. She carefully and quietly made her way out of the room, but was still in the premises. Misha, hearing footsteps, came out and noticed she was gone. He shot down a stranger and went out of place with his fellow robber as they accused themselves of letting her go. Eric was told about the escape of the lady. He instructed them to pack up their things, burn their SIM cards, and kill their incumbent victim left in their custody. In the morning, the people in the compound saw a dead body and called the police. Unfortunately, the DPO to the area is an accomplice to Eric's ruthless escapades. The woman was taken to the hospital and she reunited with her husband and her son. DCP Buka paid a visit to the DPO asking for evidence on the happening, but he turned him down. He only allowed him to visit the crime scene. On getting there, Buka emptied the trash bin and saw an ATM receipt which he sent to the ICU for data. From there, they were able to track Meshach and the rest of the boys, arresting them one after the other. Alex, after being arrested, refused to say a thing to the police. Sunday, the driver of the gang, seeing the reward of 35 million naira for anyone with vital information about Eric's true identity, and after hearing the real amount he collects from his victims, he went straight to the police and vomited all the needed informations without leaving out a thing. But he could not disclose his home address or show a picture of him because he never allowed anyone know this. The DPO called him and told him never to tell anyone about the relationship, telling him that all the boys in the gang have been arrested. On hearing this, Eric panicked and quickly asked his wife to pack all their things immediately, picked his kids from school and flew them to Ghana at once. Wale tracked Nneka's whereabouts and got her arrested too for questioning. At first, she refused to say a thing, but after seeing and being told the implications of her silence, she disclosed the name of his gate man named Joseph. DCP Abubakar assigned his boys to all his victims for protection. At the bar, Sunday, drinking and seeing a live match, went out to pee, and there Eric stabbed him repeatedly on the neck and he died. Eric paid a visit to his sister in a hotel and gave her $200,000, telling her he would be traveling soon, never to return. Eric called Nneka to come out and see him for the last time. Accompanied by Charles, she went with Eric on a ride. There, he told her he is traveling to Ghana. Eric noticed the policeman following them, then attempting to strangle Nneka. She told him the truth, and he pushed her out of the car. He called Samuel, his travel agent officer, to get him a flight leaving the country at once for Ghana and promised to pay him triple the price. While at the phone, he got into an accident but still made it out alive. Charles, on witnessing the incident, went close to help in disguise, but Eric shot him instantly and he died. He went straight home, changed his clothes and packed his things. However, the police were already at his place, wanting to take him, but he escaped using a tunnel. Nneka later told the police that he told her he'll be leaving the country for Ghana, so they left for the airport. At the airport, Eric was already about to fly out, sitting comfortably and looking fulfilled and at peace. After calling his family and informing them that he would join them in a few hours' time, he was stopped by the DCP Abubakar red-handed. They handcuffed him and pushed him into their black Maria. There you have it, guys. Do you think the police did a wonderful job trying to arrest this notorious and cunning kidnapper called Eric? Do you think all the cast in this movie did wonderful jobs to their scripts? Share your thoughts with me in the comment section, and also do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Till I call you next time, please stay happy.